Most of the researchers I've come across are non-credentialed. They have no education in anthropology or primatology or yeah, any grounding in the scientific method. They're generally the best, most complimentary way I can describe them would be enthusiastic amateurs. There is, however, one fellow, Dr. Jeffery Meldrum, who has a PhD in anthropology and biological anthropology, which I think um, would possibly be the same as physical anthropology. But he's an expert, a verifiable expert, and he believes that the Sasquatch exists. He has numerous castings of feet and castings of footprints, many of which he's collected himself. He believes that this creature exists. He doesn't actually have any evidence, and he never conclusively states it exists. At least not that I've found. He provides very intelligent possibilities based on the evidence that he's been able to find. Okay, when somebody starts verifying his work, or when he actually finds one, I'll believe it. Until then, sorry, he's alone. But don't get me wrong, I'm not criticizing Dr. Meldrum. He's got an education. He publishes. I can verify his work. I've yet to be presented with anything conclusive to say that yes, this thing exists. Right? And Dr. Meldrum, I highly doubt will ever claim to know the truth. Okay, now for a moment, let's fantasize. Okay, let's use our imaginations. Put on our thinking caps. Now, if this thing exists, what could it be? Well, there are several ideas of what the Sasquatch could actually be. The easiest, simplest answer is nothing. It's fake. It's not real. It's legend, a myth, what have you. It's made up. Okay, but what if it's not? If it's not, then what is it? Now, I'm not saying it exists or not. This is just, out there, just thinking. Well, several people claim several different things, as they always do. Gigantopithecus and Meganthropus are two possibilities. Now, these things are verifiable. They were real. These are extremely large apes. Really, really, really fucking big apes. Okay. The only evidence for them comes from Pleistocene Asia. Let's say it's a long time ago. These fossils have only been found in Asia. There's no evidence to suggest that they ever made it to the Americas with the other Asian animals that went across the Bering Land Bridge during one of the many glaciations. I don't use the term Ice Age because that's a catch-all term for a variety of happenstances where the polar ice caps came out, but that's a whole different thing. Anyway, no fossils of Gigantopithecus or Meganthropus found in either the US or Canada. None. So there's no basis to say that this animal is, was, or even could be there. Okay? None. None whatsoever. Okay? Anybody who says that this animal is there is, lying or simply wrong. Other possibilities is Neanderthals. And it's actually Neanderthal, not Neanderthal. The word is actually German. In German, TH is pronounced as we would in English as a T. Neanderthal. It means Neander Valley. The actual scientific name is Homo sapiens neanderthalensis, which means wise man from the Neander Valley. Why? Because that's where the first one was found. Now, Neanderthals were real. That's verifiable. I studied them extensively myself. They were indeed my specialty. I love those guys. Really cool. Really maligned in popular culture to the point where the average person hasn't got the slightest fucking clue what one actually was. But anyway, these were real people. The proponents of the evidence suggest that this cousin of ours went extinct thousands of years ago. Okay, I'm not going to go into the details. You can find that out for yourself if you actually want to know. But they're gone. As far as anybody can tell, they're gone. In Europe, in Asia, North Africa, there are verifiable sites of Neanderthal living conditions. We find stone tools, fires, lots of shit, all kinds of shit. I'm not here to teach you. I'm just bear with me. So all this stuff, fine. We say Neanderthals were in this place, or in this place, or in that place. There is nothing to suggest that Neanderthals ever went to the Americas. Period. Nothing. You can't say that they did because there's no evidence for it. Others suggest, I won't say primitive, but far older, thought to be extinct hominids, such as Paranthropus robustus. Well, evolution does some really strange things. Paranthropus robustus is a hominid that existed a few million years ago. Quite different from us. As far as the available evidence can say, these were strict vegetarians, much like the modern gorilla. They don't eat meat above catching a bug or two, unlike chimps. There's no evidence to suggest that they were ever outside of Africa. There's a lot of evidence for them in Africa because we actually have fossilized skeletal material, stone tools. They existed. There's nothing to suggest that they still exist. And the one real big detail of the Sasquatch, or Bigfoot if you prefer that term. I don't. I'm Canadian. Sasquatch is the Canadian term, so that's the one I use. Or the Yeti in Asia. They're really, really, really big. Okay, really big creatures, supposedly. The Paranthropi and Australopithecines were small in comparison to us. Okay, they were small. There is no evidence to suggest that they grew to such enormous proportions, and there's nothing to suggest that their evolution ever continued after the point that they leave the fossil record. They're gone, as far as we know. But if somebody can come up with a recent find that has been conclusively dated by several different sources, that says that Paranthropus robustus or Paranthropus boisei survive in modern times, yeehaw! You don't have to look for aliens. We're not alone on this planet. I've given my opinion based on the evidence. And what that opinion comes down to is, I don't fucking know. There is no evidence to suggest that it actually exists. There is some compelling anecdotes that suggest that something might be there. A Sasquatch, I doubt it. And knowing humans, for its own sake, I hope it doesn't exist. I hope, for the sake of the Sasquatch, that the Sasquatch is indeed a fantasy. Because we're not nice. And if we do end up finding this thing, there's gonna be some fucking asshole whose whole point of existence is gonna be to kill one. And what the hell is the point of that? So does it exist? Maybe. Am I certain one way or the other? No, that's what skepticism is about. I'm a skeptic. Okay? I need proof. I don't need the truth. Okay? I need evidence. I need verifiable evidence. And I don't care how many castings of footprints you have. That's anecdote. They could be faked. I'm not saying they are, but they could be. So until I get verifiable evidence that the Sasquatch is in fact a real, breathing, existing creature, it's a myth.